Hey guys, Prangell Gaming here, and welcome back to the Millwall Career Mode. It's Season 1, Episode 19, and in this episode, I'm going to start off by showing you the league table, as I didn't do that in the last episode, so I thought I'd just treat you guys to seeing that, and then we'll get into the games that we have to play. So, first and foremost, if you look at the top of the table, we are currently top of the league by a point to our big rival Shelton with a game in hand. That is going to be crucial if we want to go ahead and win this league title. And, well, coming up, our first game is the team currently sitting in 5th in the playoffs, which is Sheffield United. We've got a home tie against them. They're doing pretty well this season, obviously still trying to secure that playoff status, along with Northampton and Oxford that are really battling at the moment, with Coventry almost in there. Then we have a game against Bristol Rovers, which if we move further down the table, we can see them there. They're battling against the relegation battle, obviously 4 points above that drop zone, and they're currently 17th in the league table, so it'd be an interesting game to see how that one goes. And just a little bit above them, we have MK Dons that are close to that middle of the table position at the moment. They'll be battling for that, so they're 13th in the league table, so we'll just go ahead and we'll see how they're doing. But in terms of top goal scorers, Gregory is 1 goal off of Lee Novak in the goal scoring charts, so we have to see how that one progresses. We have got a lot of strikers in the team now, so let's go and get into the team selection against Sheffield United. Right, so the team I'm going to be going with, I've got Jordan Archer in goal. The 2 centre-backs are Sid Nelson and the captain, Sean Hutchinson. We then got Cummins in the right-back position and Joe Martin in the left-back position. Now moving on into the midfield, we have David Worrell on the right side. The centre midfielders of Williams and Vilbala. Remember in the last episode, when I said they both wanted to get more game time? Well, I'm still giving them their wish. I'll give them a lot of game time and see how they perform. Maybe this might increase Vilbala's stamina. You just never know, do you? Then you've got the left midfielder as Shane Ferguson. Obviously a pretty decent player. Nice to have him in the team. 2 strikers are the hat-trick hero Thierry Ambrose and the striker Aidan O'Brien. Yes, I know Lee Gregory scored a lot of goals this season, but it does mean that he's dropped only as far as the bench for this game. Also players on the bench, we've got Wild, Evans, Abdou, Chietri, Craig and King. I'm looking forward to this game. It could be pretty interesting. Obviously, it's one of those that it's a really big occasion as we're battling against a team that's essentially battling for a place in the playoffs. So, let's get into that game and see how we perform. We're the top goal scoring team in the league, which is obviously something that's great to see. So hopefully that'll continue in this game. It's Cummins back to Ambrose. Ambrose tries to play inside for O'Brien. He's found him. Aidan O'Brien with a shot. There we go. We've scored already very early on into the game. And Aidan O'Brien is the guy that scores the goals. He is tailing some of the best strikers in the league in terms of goals he is scoring. And I believe he's come out and said he doesn't actually want to stay at the club, which is quite frustrating, you know, because he's a player that's doing all the business for us. And if he's going to go ahead and do that, then there's no doubt that there's going to be teams that are looking at him because he has decent potential. He's a very good striker at the moment if he's banging in goals pretty much every single week. But that's a nice finish. That's given us a 1-0 lead against the team in 5th place in this league. So, hopefully, we can continue in this manner. Now to Fran Vilbala, who's going to just straight away give it to David Worrell, who's got the energy and the commitment to keep going. He's actually going to find Vilbala himself, who's going to play it to O'Brien. O'Brien, oh, that's a Thierry Ambrose. He could get away from his marker. Ambrose finally scores a goal in the league. There you go. Thierry Ambrose with his first League One goal. I think that's the 5th he's scored in all competitions, considering he's got 4 in the FA Cup. So finally, he's managed to put it in the back of the net. A nice, neat finish past Simon Moore into the back of the net. It's 2-0 now. Surely that means this game is clearly where we want it to be, which is obviously in our court where we can win it and get the 3 points. And obviously that just confirms it's Thierry Ambrose's first league goal. Hopefully the first of many. Can move forward with Lavery to Sensores, and I see a player running in. Whiteman, what can he do? He might be able to have the shot off. He does, but Archer is comfortably making that save. Over the top for Aidan O'Brien, who's got on the end of the ball. He's still going with O'Brien. He's going to switch it inside to Vilbala. He's going to put it out wide to Worrell. Worrell, what can he do here? He's twisting, he's turning, he's laying it off for Fran Vilbala, who's still going. Vilbala with the shot, Moore with the save. That is important for Sheffield United. Scores on the doors at half-time. We've got Bristol Rovers versus Northampton. That is 0-0. They're the team that we're playing next. Obviously, Bristol Rovers, not Northampton. And then got Coventry drawing 1-1 with Charlton. MK Dons are drawing 1-1 with Gillingham. And then you've got Port Vale drawing 1-1 with Shrewsbury. So, let's go see how we are doing in this match. And obviously, if you'd like to see the results, they're there for you to check out right now. So the game has been fairly equal, I would imagine to say so. It doesn't look too distant in terms of we haven't really dominated them. Obviously, we've made use of the 2 opportunities we've had and taken. But Sheffield United, they haven't been that bad. Their goalkeeper's made some pretty good saves. And obviously, they can still get back in this game. So we've got to hope this second half is still going to be pretty good. And we can hold on to this win or maybe add on it. But that might be too much to ask. So let's just see how it happens in the second half. Matty Dunn, what can he do with this ball? He's still going with it. Could he get this ball in, or could he go himself? That would be even better for him if he could put it in the back of the net. They're still going. Reed. Oh, and that was almost into the back of the net. They should really feel unlucky, as Lafferty really should have scored. It's now with Gregory, who lost it very easily. He's not very good moving with the ball, it seems. Sharp. That's a great pass, but it looks like Joe Martin's got this covered. Joe Martin to Sid Nelson. Nelson to Williams. Williams to Jimmy Abdo. Oh, he's been tackled here. This is where it could get the opportunity for Lavery to score, and he has. There we go. Sheffield United back in this game. It's 2-1 now. Obviously, it was the inevitable. Sheffield United have been playing fantastic at defence. Switched off for a mild couple of seconds. And, well, it's in the back of the net. 2-1, game on with about 5 minutes left to go in this match. So, obviously, you've got to see in terms of attacking, we haven't been good enough. We haven't added to our goals that we've scored, but Sheffield United have made it impossible. They've been doing so well in this game, and that's his 5th goal of the season. To Joe Martin. Joe Martin out wide to Ferguson again. Shane Ferguson to Williams. Williams to Ambrose. Ambrose switches it in for Gregory. Oh, and he's just too heavy on the touch. He should be scoring opportunities like that. Well, we won the game. It wasn't pretty, I'm going to be honest. It really was a game where the second half we struggled. First half, great, we scored 2 goals, quite obviously. That's fantastic, but they scored in the second half. They made it impossible for us to really go on and do anything with the ball. So, all I can say is we still got the 3 points, so that's a positive. But obviously the second half was a bad half in general. So, let's just get into the team selection against Bristol Rovers. Hopefully, we can get a better game out of this. Maybe perform a little bit better in the second half and get some more goals. Obviously, that's what we want, more goals. Right, and here's the team I'm going to be using against Bristol Rovers. Now, you'll see 2 players remaining the same. The captain, Hutchinson, and the striker, Aidan O'Brien. Now, the reason O'Brien's staying in the team is because I don't want him to leave the club, and I want to hopefully play him as much as possible if he changes his mind. Now, apart from that, the team is as follows. Gunn in goal, the 2 centre-backs of Webster and Hutchinson, the captain. Now, Webster's come in because he served his suspension. Rooney comes in at left-back. Then all the way over at right back, we've got Marlon Romeo, who's progressing really, really nicely. He's going to be becoming a very good young individual. The right midfielder is Paris Cohen-Hall. 2 centre midfielders are Butcher and the ever-progressing Ben Thompson. He seems to be going up so well in terms of progression. Soon he may even be at the level of Butcher. The left midfielder is Greg Wild, and the 2 strikers are Lee Gregory and Aidan O'Brien. Onto the bench. And I tried to get the players to have as much fitness as possible. So we've got Chris Twaddock, Evans, Abdu, Philpott, Craig, Ambrose is the only player without much fitness, and then Tom King. So let's get into this game against Bristol Rovers. Hopefully we can score some goals with a decent backup team, really. And if you see here, Lee Gregory 2nd in the goal scoring charts, just behind Lee Novak, to clean up the dirt. It's now to Lee Gregory, who's leading forward. Still going, the striker Gregory. Slips it in behind for Thompson. Ben Thompson hits the bar. Back to Thompson. And oh, Keeley Roos catches the ball easily. Through to Gregory. Gregory now finds O'Brien. Aidan O'Brien. Slips it back to Gregory. Now to Butcher. Butcher in behind for Thompson. He scores. There we go. 1-0. Some very, very nice build-up play there to see us score. Thompson's getting more and more goals as he's growing as a player in this team. There's a great slotted through chance, and then he just simply slotted it past the goalkeeper. A tidy finish by the centre midfielder, who's still very young, and he's become a very important member of our team, as he is in real life for Millwall. Obviously, the ratings kind of don't make sense in FIFA because Thompson is so much more valuable in real life. Now they can find a player in Ledbetter who has literally got so much pace. He can get in behind with ease. And he's still going. He's going to cross it in. They're going to have a free header. And while they almost scored there, very unlucky to miss that header. Scores on the doors at half-time. Well, there's literally not much happening. This was our game in hand, I would be led to believe. And well, you've got Gillingham are losing 1-0 to Port Vale and Shrewsbury are losing 1-0 to Coventry. So, apart from that, let's just quickly go see how we're doing in this match. Now, obviously, we're winning courtesy to that Ben Thompson goal, but it hasn't been an interesting game. I'm going to be honest, we've been pretty equal. This backup team are struggling at best of occasions. And Bristol Rovers, all it takes is for one great through ball to Daniel Ledbetter. A good crossing from Ledbetter, and that's going in the back of the net, I reckon. He has been their star player so well so far in this game, and I'm going to be honest, he's too fast for Paul Rooney to deal with and anyone else in the defence to deal with, to be honest. He just zooms past our team, so we're struggling a little bit, but obviously we just have to hope we can hold on to this lead. Thompson to Butcher, Butcher to Wild, Greg Wild to play it to Rooney on the overlap. Rooney puts it in there. Can we win the header? We can't, but we do score. It doesn't matter whether you head of the ball or you hit it with your foot. It goes in, and that's probably the best way to go about it. I mean, Paul Rooney put that ball in. I really didn't expect when he put it in for Gregory to connect with it. Well, so obscurely. Let's have a look at this again. It was put in. The defender didn't really do anything, and he just got his foot to it, Gregory, and it went in the back of the net, beating Keeley Roos in the net. Gregory obviously isn't a shy player when it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net. Well, that's a good assist from Paul Rooney there. The first of many, let's hope. And that's Gregory 16th in the league. He's just trailing behind Lee Novak in terms of those goals. They do. It's with O'Brien to Gregory. Lee Gregory switches it to Aiden O'Brien again. We're still moving with the ball nicely. Aiden O'Brien switches it in to Gregory, who's going to have the shot. It's saved. He has the shot again, and it's gone in. I cannot believe it. We have a 3-goal lead to Bristol Rovers now, and well, Gregory has had a little bit of luck with that goal. I'm going to be honest with you there. Very frustrated if you're from the Bristol Rovers camp. I mean, look at this again. O'Brien played into Gregory, had the shot saved. It then luckily bounced back to Gregory, who just skipped it past Keeley Roos. There's nothing the goalkeeper could have done. He wasn't getting up quick enough to defend that. Really feel sorry for him. He's done really well in this game. And well, Gregory just is a clinical finisher, let's be honest. That's why he's in and around the top goal scorers in this league. And obviously that's his 17th goal in the league this season. To Chris Twaddock. Twaddock. Oh, he gets tackled there. That should be a free kick. Referee doesn't give anything as O'Brien turns. Could O'Brien score? He has. It's 4. We are in dreamland. Wow. There we go. We put it into the back of the net again. No complaints from me. We are playing fantastic at the moment. Fantastic football, fantastic team. We should be definitely getting promotion, especially if this is one of our backup teams that we're playing. Obviously, the players that are playing in it are pretty strong. They deservedly are doing well. Gregory and O'Brien have been fantastic in this game. And really, you do feel slightly upset for Bristol Rovers, but they've just not given us a challenge in this game. We have completely turned them over. And that's O'Brien's 12th in the league. He should be very close to getting within the top couple of goal scorers in this league. I mean, how much better can you get? 4-0. Are you sure about that for a result? Fantastic by my team. We did really well. I can't really fault many members in the team. I mean, let's just quickly have a look how the players performed individually. I mean, look at that. Paul Rooney, outstanding. A player that I really like in this team. Butcher played well. I mean, the whole team played well. Let's be honest. Anyone that says otherwise would be slightly silly. I mean, obviously the subs didn't make as big of an impact as obviously I wanted them to, but 4-0 at this point, who really cares? 4-0 is a good result. Obviously, that well and truly secured the 3 points. And we've got another game coming up, which obviously this game has done its purpose because we dropped a lot of the starting 11 players that are going to be playing in that match. So let's go see how we do against MK Dons now. We'll see first. We'll make a stop to see who we put in the team against them. Right, so obviously we've gone and changed the team up a lot again. That was expected to happen, considering I was playing a lot of players that were part of the reserves or weaker players in the team in the last game where we somehow pulled the rabbit out of the hat and got a 4-0 win. I still don't know how we did it, but you know, goals are goals. We won the game. It doesn't really matter. Now on to the team selection in this game. Angus Gunn will remain as the goalkeeper. Craig comes in for the first time in quite a while, I think, to play a game partnering Hutchinson, the captain. The left back is Paul Rooney. I was so impressed with his performance in the last game. He got an assist, so he's staying in the team. The right back is Cummins. The right midfielder is Worrell. Two centre midfielders back to business with Williams and Vilbala playing there. Wild is the left midfielder. Two strikers are Gregory and O'Brien. Onto the bench we've got Twaddock, Evans, Abdu, Philpott, Webster, Ambrose and King. So a lot of interesting options on the bench should we choose to use any of them. So let's get into this game against MK Dons. Hopefully it'll be a good one. And when you look at that, Samir Cruyffers and Lee Gregory have both got 2 goals in the last match. Cruyffers is a player that I actually like, so I may take a look at him after this game if I remember to do so. Maybe scout him. Gregory can get there. Lee Gregory does it and he tries to keep going. Gregory, he's still going. Gregory with a shot. Wow. Really would have expected him to have scored it there. He didn't, but he wasn't so far off for doing that all himself. Gregory, oh, that is a fantastic ball through to Greg Wild, who undoubtedly has the pace to get in behind. He's brought down in the area there. We've won ourselves a penalty. I knew the outcome would be a penalty within the end. And their defender gets a yellow card. I'm going to be honest. You expected that from the terrible challenge here. I mean, look, he had his pace. He was just literally about to zoom off and he caught him easily there. I knew it was coming. I let it happen so we could get ourselves a penalty. Lee Gregory to score the first goal in this game. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Fantastic penalty there by the striker. Now, hopefully, he's the top goal scorer in the league. Obviously, we don't know how or what Lee Novak's doing for Charlton, but all we can hope for is that Gregory's scoring goals, because when he is, he's getting closer to that top goal scoring rank in the league, and obviously that's all we want, that's all we can ask for. So obviously the penalty has given us the lead here, and well, Gregory has definitely benefited from that as it's his 18th in the league. Roll to Aidan O'Brien. O'Brien, oh, that is a fantastic spot to find Gregory. Gregory to Vilbala. Now to O'Brien. Aidan O'Brien through to Lee Gregory. Can he get a second? Great save. Gregory tried to follow it up. And well, that just didn't turn out the way we needed it to. It's a corner. Scores on the doors at half-time, and Bradford are beating Walsall. Charlton are drawing with Bury. That's something we like to see. We obviously want to see Charlton slip up in this title race to help us out. Scunthorpe are losing to Fleetwood Town, and Swindon are losing to Southend. And the rest of the results, well, they're there so you can see them if you would wish to. Now, on to our statistics. Yes, and our statistics have been quite obvious that we've been doing just a bit better. Well, MK Dons, the stats don't look flattering, but to be fair, they've done a lot better than the stats say they have. They've been doing pretty well. They've controlled the game really nicely. And if it weren't for the fact that our defence has somewhat been able to defend things, I reckon they would have been able to put one in the back of the net and have it equal at this break. But obviously, there is a second half. The second half was pretty good to us in the last game, but it may turn a different way in this one because MK Dons are still a pretty good side. I mean, they was in the Championship last season, so that's what you got to remember. So let's just see how we perform in this second half. Surely we can go out and give it a good one. Right, I'm going to be making 2 substitutions here. So Gregory is going to come off along with Fran Vilbala. Vilbala, for the reasons you know, he gets tired so easily. We're going to bring on Abdu, obviously, for fitness reasons, and Ambrose just because we want to see how he performs. Gregory's had a good game, but Ambrose, if he can get a goal, then maybe this could be an even better match for us. But we're just not paying attention to the fact that they get one good ball in, and it's going in the back of the net like that. Oh, that's unlucky. And yes, we've dealt with it. I mean, as I was saying, we just really need to be wary of that attack. Wild to Abdu. Jimmy Abdu on to Ambrose. Ambrose to Aidan O'Brien. O'Brien gets tackled. He tried. He really did. That's why I feel so bad for him. Because he wanted a goal and he just couldn't get one there. And the defence, well, it's dealt with that one. But we're still having to defend again. This is where this really gets me frustrated. Because the constant defending is where it could really ruin us. Because they could definitely get one back in this game. you know they're more than capable of, and this is where it could come from, and it has. Oh, that's so frustrating. Why? We're doing so well. Oh, that's so frustrating. He got the ball through. You know he can do some bit of play there, and it's decent. It goes past Angus Gunn. That has shattered my dreams with that goal. And it's the captain of MK Dons that did it, Potter. You just can't write it really, can you? MK Dons back in it, and well, they could have an opportunity to take this game from me now. That would be devastating if that happens. I'm nodding my head in pure frustration. I can't believe it. We threw it away when we had it within touching distance. Ah, the pain. It's so frustrating. We had it. We just threw it away. But, you know, that's the part and parcel of football. Come on, it's going to happen sometimes. So we just have to get on with it, get over it. And, well, obviously the only goal we scored was a penalty. So it quite clearly wasn't good enough in this game. And, well, in my opinion, MK Dons were a little bit better, even though the stats don't say it. That's quite unfair on them, because they played a lot better than the stats say they did. So, let's quickly have a look at the table. Obviously, Charlton may be closer to us than what they were after us beating Bristol Rovers by that huge scoreline. Right, it looks like before we do that, we're going to offer Sean Ward an opportunity to be promoted to the first team. It says he wants to leave from the youth academy, which is something I don't want to do. He has decent potential, with 89 being the highest he can get, 79 being the lowest he can get. That looks like a pretty good player for the future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, give him a contract, hopefully he'll sign it and won't leave us. Right, in terms of the league table, we're top by 4 points. Charlton drew in their game, which, well, that's very helpful of them, isn't it? Let's be honest, it's very helpful. I'm very happy with that, as you can see. We are clearly doing well in the league. And, well, Chesterfield, they look out of the race for promotion. Then again, a couple of games and they could be back in it. So, nothing's really set in stone quite yet. And obviously, you've got playoffs: Chesterfield, Oxford, Northampton and Bolton. And just below that, Coventry, Sheffield United looking at a space. In the relegation zone, we have Shrewsbury, Walsall, AFC Wimbledon and Peterborough. Peterborough are our next opponents. They are not having the best of times. It might be an opportunity to play some younger players. And what have we done here? Oh, anyway, as I haven't told you just yet, we're playing Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final. What a game that's going to be. I'm going to get turned over completely. If I'll be honest, I reckon that's going to happen. But it doesn't look too bad, does it? Semi-finals of an FA Cup is probably the best thing that Millwall really can do. I mean, we did get to Wembley against Wigan in the past. I've been to Wembley to watch them in that game, so hopefully this will be a good match. Now, just quickly, let's have a look at the top goal scorers in the league. And would you look at that, Lee Gregory is top of the goal scoring ranks in the league, just by 1 goal over Lee Novak. Got Aidan O'Brien ahead in 10th. 1 goal from Aidan O'Brien, and he's getting closer to that top 3 mark, which is pretty good, I'm going to be honest. Now, have we got anyone else closer to the bottom? No, we haven't, but it's good, let's be honest. Gregory's doing well. Team's doing well. We've got a pretty good position in the league, looking for promotion. So, anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this Millwall Career Mode episode. So, until the next one, which hopefully will be a pretty good one, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in that next one. But until then, goodbye.